Hello everyone and welcome to Neglected Nuggets. I'm your host, Daryl, and today I'm going to be covering the cut content of Life is Strange. Probably one of the saddest yet beautiful games I've ever played in my entire life. It was developed by Don't Nod Entertainment and has 3 other titles in the series, with True Colors being developed by Deck 9, and I'm definitely going to be covering those in a later video. This is going to be pretty biased because I absolutely adore this game. I mean, everything from the nostalgic time setting in the wonderful world, to the awesome music composed by Jonathan Morelli, and to top it all off, the amazing voice work from Hannah Tully as Max and Ashley Birch as Chloe. Man, I hella love this game. And with all that out of the way, let's jump right into the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
Did you know that in early versions of the concept art, Max was gonna have a roommate? Well, yeah, it looks like she was going to share a room with an eco-friendly roommate. Judging by all the green colors around that area, I can just see it now, Max trying to hide her powers in the late game from her roommate. It would have been an interesting idea. Although the main cast stayed true to their concept art, only one had a big difference, and was actually implemented in the What If build. Guys, we could have gotten blue-haired Alyssa. I know, that's insane. Blue-haired Alyssa. You remember? The girl that we had to save like 4 times? And kind of forgettable character a little bit? Little bit? Seems like Alyssa was supposed to have blue hair, but ended up opting out for the purple hair instead. Not just that, there's an unused photo of Kate from David's perspective, showing Alyssa with blue hair. And speaking of Alyssa, Brooke was never going to be named Brooke. Instead, she was going to be named Haley. You can still find evidence to this by checking out the files in the game, with an animation tied to Brooke flying her drone with the name AS_E1_3A Campus A Haley. I know this is just all early concept art, but man, just take a look at this art. We totally could have gotten a different looking version of Victoria, like a British version. Imagine Victoria bullying Max with a British accent. That would have been so funny. Or do you guys remember Evan? No? Because yeah, that's good, because I have no fucking clue who this guy is. Seems like he also went through a couple big changes through development. And not just that, the lovely Principal Wells also had a big change in concept art as well. It looks like his skin color was not decided yet, so they made multiple designs to see what he'd look like with different skin colors. And one last thing, in the What If build of the game, my girl Rachel was never actually going to be named Rachel in the first place. It was originally going to be Jessie, with her last name being Palmer, which is definitely a reference to Laura Palmer from Twin Peaks. On top of that, the missing poster also mentions her having tattoos of a star on the inside of both of her wrists, and a design on her calf, which is most likely a dragon tattoo. But one of the things that caught my eye on the poster is that Arcadia Bay was never the original name for the small town. It was originally going to be Aurora Creek, but thankfully we got the iconic Arcadia Bay instead. When I was doing research for this game, I thought there was going to be a lot more unused graphics, but no, there's only like 3 different Polaroid pictures for Frank, Joyce, and best girl, Rachel. But what about Kate? And it was obviously intended for Max's diary. And on the topic of Rachel and Frank, there's some unused little doodles for Frank and Rachel's pages for Max's diary. Like a full body picture of Frank with what it looks like to be blood on his coat, and some bullets from Frank's gun. And for Rachel, a professional style movie camera. And the last unused graphics is from that slime bag, that piece of shit, Nathan Prescott. It looks like he would have sent Chloe a nice little psychotic message that you could find in Chloe's room. And then after that, he sent a nice little letter to Jefferson afterwards. Now we're really getting into the meat and potatoes, so let's get into some unused locations. There are still some cut location names in the game, like in episode 3, there was supposed to be a nightmare sequence, and that's all I could really find on that, actually, but yeah. But in episode 4, Max and Chloe were actually going to end up in Jefferson's car somehow, possibly a cut ending for episode 4, with Jefferson driving Max and Chloe to the junkyard, knowing that they already know too much, and planning to kill Chloe and drug Max. Some dialogue options were found for the scene. They weren't voiced over though, just in text form. Like Max saying, "Let's kill that fucker." Doesn't really make any sense because that's definitely a thing Max would not say. But here's a more Max type of line. "Call the police," hinting that Max and Chloe probably found out about Jefferson at some point. And one last line from Jefferson asking Max, "So Max, what are you going to do?" These 3 lines don't really make any sense. There's not too much to really go off of, but I I love to wonder how this whole situation could have played out. And last but not least, we got one more location, and that would be Samuel's office, and some nice concept art of it. I don't really know why we would have to go into Samuel's office, but here it is. More game is more game. There's also a couple unused scenes. There was supposed to be a hospital scene in chapter 5 that would have had David taking Max to the hospital after saving her from the dark room, but this scene was replaced with Max taking Jefferson's car and listening to Nathan's voicemail. The art director,
Michelle Coog,
said that this scene was removed because it didn't add too much to the story. Also in the 3rd episode, after being dropped off by Chloe, there was supposed to be a little scene with Max walking back to her dorm room. It was shown in the trailer for chapter 3, but was ultimately removed, probably because it didn't add too much to the story as well. Now finally, we can get into the unused ending. It's about to get juicy. It's about to get juicy. In early versions of the games, developers considered a hospital ending, which would, instead of sacrificing Chloe, she would have ended up in a hospital in a coma with Max standing by her side. I think this would have definitely been a better ending than that other depressing shit we got. There's some cut audio files and animations that show Chloe dying in 3 different ways after the talk with Frank.
You like having a gun pointed at you, bitch? Huh?
No, she doesn't, asshole!
Dumbass.
Chloe!
And since we're on the topic of unused voice lines, here are some of my favorites.
Max, you need to stop talking to yourself. Agreed? Yes.
The storm is coming and oh, you're all gonna die! I see you! I see all of you and you're all gonna die!
I saw it. I saw the storm. No, Big Daddy, I won't take your pills. Fuck you. Everybody's waiting for the storm. Everybody wants to hurt me. I didn't hurt Kate.
Roro.
Alyssa is looking particularly emo today. I've got paint all over my cashmere and my makeup, you idiots!
I know I shouldn't read this, but I'm nosy. Good going, Max, you dumbass. Wowzer. Look at that butterfly. It's so blue and perfect. I love the contrast of its colors against the tile. Those tiny wings are like lace. How far away did it come to get here? Locked. Locked to Electric Boogaloo. Interesting. This blows. If I took a selfie now, it would be a still life. Wowzer. Hella yes.
Bro, I would so bang her. I banged her mother.
You'd bang your mother.
No, please, God, no! I didn't mean to. You just kept pushing me. Everybody is always pushing me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My life is hell. And I'm so busted.
Also, here's some unused intro sequences for episode 3.
Understand what's going on here.
And not just that, a very early version of episode 5's teaser.
Give me a break, give me a break.
And to finish it all off, there's also a really cool unused early version of the choice music. And that's all she wrote, folks. I am so happy to be making this video. This game means so much to me, and I am so happy to share this with all of you guys. And with that, I thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch you all in the next mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
My name is Max Caulfield. I'm 18 years old. Years ago, my family moved away and I left behind my childhood. After 5 years,